好，咁啊又要到咗我哋呢個星期4點半啊，移民幫到你嘅節目時間啦。我係帶你去澳視環球嘅 Jenny Tong。今日咧請到個超級靚仔啦，我哋土耳其駐香港總領事嘅總領事啦，佢就係 Mr. PEYAMI. PEYAMI, I was so delighted and such an honor to have you on our show. I know you're the Consul General of Turkey in Hong Kong. So last time you came over like 2 years ago, and everybody loves you. So you know you're as handsome as ever. Got a new haircut, and so we're good friends now. So please tell us, how have you been in the past 2 years?
Thank you, Jenny, for inviting me to this amazing program once again.
Thank you.
I remember it was almost more than 2 years.
Yes, yeah.
When I first arrived in Hong Kong, it was difficult times, but in another sense, we were having quite turmoil in the city, and then we've been through this COVID times.
I know.
But slowly we see Hong Kong is also starting to open. Turkey, my country, we opened after COVID faster. Since 2020 June, we are fully open to travel.
Okay.
Economy and investment is booming, and I'm very delighted to be able to speak with you about Turkish economy and investment opportunities once again.
Just give me 1 second to translate. 咁啊 PEYAMI 就同我哋講啦，話佢過去呢2年嚟啦，咁啊香港就發生咗好多事啦，咁我哋都好開心啦，我哋已經捱過咗最難捱嘅時間啦，咁啊香港已經慢慢開放翻啦，咁土耳其咧亦都開放翻啦，咁啊佢今日咧就準備咗好多精彩嘢同我哋share 啦，就關於土耳其嘅經濟啦、旅遊啦、投資啦同埋移民等等嘅。So why don't you start with like whatever you want to tell us about Turkey?
Sure. Let me go through a bit some slides that I can share some information about how Turkish economy is doing lately.
Right.
How is the investment situation? You told me that there are some questions about investing in Turkey. I would be very happy to go through those. So when we say why invest in Turkey, so we have many reasons for that, but one of the main reasons is that the economy is a very robust, very dynamic economy.
Okay, 1 second. 咁佢而家就經濟發展得好快啦，同埋就 Can people like text you and they want to say ask you questions?
Please.
係啦，咁啊如果你哋想直接問 PEYAMI 問題咧，可以留 message 俾佢啦。咁就唔該寫英文啦，係啦。Okay, 嘉賓英文好。They said your English is very easy to understand.
Thank you.
係啊係。咁就係啦。咁啊，some of them are saying hi to you.
Hello everyone.
Okay, so please tell us, it's robust.
Very robust economy and growing very fast compared to its peers. Last 20 years, Turkish economy grew in average 5.1%, and last year, in 2021, when we were going through a global, almost global recession, Turkish economy grew 11.4%.
Okay, 1 second. 咁啊，過去20年咧，佢哋增長咧每一年有5.1%啦。咁上年啊有疫情咁嚴重，全世界都好危機嘅時候咧，佢哋係有成11%嘅增長嘅下上年。
So within this trend, we also expect economy to continue to grow in 2022 and beyond. And we expect the GDP in nominal terms will exceed $1 trillion as of 2025.
咁佢就話佢哋嘅 GDP 咧會持續增長啦，咁會超過1 trillion is it euros or
US dollars.
係啦。
Now US dollars is bigger than the euros,
Oh,
right?
I know,
It makes more euros.
Absolutely right. 咁啊，而家佢哋期望咧出年下佢哋個GDP 咧會繼續增長啊，咁啊會超過1個 trillion 嘅美元嘅。
Export industry is also Turkey is a very export-oriented economy, and all the export that we experience is manufactured goods. We don't have a transit export like Hong Kong, so everything we export is coming out of Turkey.
Also, it's manufactured in Turkey.
Everything is manufactured, and including services. So when we look into the export figures, we are expecting $250 billion export end of this year.
OK， 咁啊，佢講緊咧就其實土耳其咧係主要做呢一個export 啦，做呢一個即係外貿啦。咁啊對佢哋嚟講咧，唔係好似香港咁做中轉站，佢哋全部都係自己生產㗎嚇，包括埋服務嚇。咁啊，今年咧就希望有250個 trillion 嘅美元年尾嘅時候就會做到呢個數啦，業績非常之好。
One interesting trend is that Turkey's export with other countries is diversifying very fast. So traditionally, of course, European Union and European countries and these are like Turkey's main export partners. But with our growing focus towards other regions, the weight of Asia, including China and also other ASEAN countries, are also increasing. So Turkey's exports are diversifying not only in terms of sectors but also in terms of our export partners countries.
咁佢就話佢哋除咗係佢哋做嘅即係外銷嘅行業啦嚇，即係外貿除咗唔同嘅 sector 即係唔同嘅行業之外咧，其實佢咧就係對手嚇。本來之前咧主要都係同翻歐盟啊或者希臘啊呢啲最近嘅國家啦，咁啊而家係中國啊或者係其他全球好多唔同嘅國家咧，都係佢哋嘅外貿易嘅對手嚟啦。
You've told me that some of your followers they wonder about where to invest in Turkey. How is Ankara? How is Istanbul?
Oh yes.
Let me give you some examples. In Turkey, we have currently more than 24 metropolitan cities, which means, according to our laws, that these urban centers have more than 1 million population. So it is not only Istanbul, not only Ankara, but we have more cities in Turkey which has an urban lifestyle.
咁佢就話而家有成24個係一啲大城市嚟嘅大都會啊，咁啊主要咧就講緊有100萬人口嘅城市，咁有24個。但係香港人最熟悉嘅咧都係伊斯坦布啦，同埋安卡拉㗎。Ankara is the capital 係佢首都嚟㗎嚇。But then for all the projects that we know, it's like 90% are from Istanbul.
Istanbul is one of the most vibrant economies, one of the most vibrant urban centers in all around the world.
Are you from Istanbul then?
My family is mixed, but half of the family is in Istanbul, so I know Istanbul very well.
Oh, okay. 咁佢其實對伊斯坦堡有一半家人都知伊斯坦堡㗎。
Population of Istanbul is growing, and it's more than 16 million now. It is a city built on 2 continents, which is a very interesting information.
16 million double ours number. We have 7 million.
More than double of Hong Kong.
伊斯坦堡有成16萬人嘅，即係香港1倍嚇。
And all that region surrounding Istanbul is very industrial areas. Interconnectivity is very high, but including Ankara. Ankara is, for instance, one of the high railway centers of Turkey, which connects you to all other cities of Turkey.
OK， 咁佢咧就話，因為伊斯坦堡周圍咧好多係做工業嘅城市嚟㗎，咁啊主要好多貿易啊、工業啊都係佢旁邊啦。咁而安卡拉咧就係一個好似佢哋嘅，so Ankara is for transportation like a hub.
It is also a transportation hub, but the main aviation hub is Istanbul. Last year, we opened the new airport in Istanbul. These figures might be very interesting and surprising for you, but our airport will have in Istanbul 6 independent runways.
Oh wow! 佢6條新嘅跑道喺個新嘅機場度喺伊斯坦堡。
Currently,
we have 1 only, right? Hong Kong.
No, Hong Kong is 3 now.
3, okay.
Istanbul is also currently 3, but it's growing fast.
Oh, okay. 遲啲有6條跑道好勁。
This year we expect more than 120 million passengers going through Istanbul. And when it is having the full capacity, the airport will be able to accommodate 250 million passengers every year.
佢話每一年可以直頭容納到250個 million 嘅乘客㗎，每一年喺佢嗰個新嘅機場度。We need to answer some questions. There's a lot of questions for you. So they're asking you, so can most people in Turkey speak English? And they ask about, do you know this bank, Rabi Bank? And what about safety? Is it safe in Istanbul, in Turkey? And they said it's very common. They actually find a lot of Turkish food and clothing in Hong Kong now. And they say, you know, they have been to some of the Turkish restaurants in Hong Kong, and it's very good. So there's a bunch of questions for you.
Turkish cuisine. Okay, let's start with the cuisine.
I've been invited. I like your Turkish cuisine.
You enjoyed at my place.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy
I'm
very happy that you had that experience.
Absolutely.
In Hong Kong also we have a certain number of Turkish restaurants, but gastronomy, like Turkish cuisine, is beyond that. I mean, when you travel in Turkey, it is a cultural travel. It is a travel in history. It's travel in you travel through art, you travel through a lot of other aspects, but also it's a gastronomic experience. I know that Hong Kong people.
咁佢就話咧，其實土耳其咧，我哋喺
Sorry
香
that
港
I keep
no，
talking.
時間都 translate 到嘅。佢話土耳其其實呢啲嘢食啦，香港就好食啦，但係其實係好少部分嘅啫。其實佢哋好多嘢食。Is it like China? It's like a huge range of food.
Huge range of
係啦，佢
food.
就話好大嘅
Seafood,
係啦，海鮮
more
啊
spicy
係
meat
啊
food. We have a very strong vegetable and olive oil culture, meze culture. I mean, the Turkish cuisine is really very rich. And I know Hong Kong people, you really like the dining experience.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Michelin Guide, for instance,
Yeah,
is one of
absolutely.
the main guides in Hong Kong. I can announce that recently, Michelin has also started Istanbul project.
Oh, okay.
And during the first night when they launched the project, 53 restaurants from Istanbul already entered the guide with a lot of stars. So there's
wow.
now 2-star restaurants and many 1-star Michelin restaurants.
OK， 咁佢就話伊斯坦堡咧而家都好勁啊，好多啲米芝蓮嘅餐廳啦，咁啊佢話都有成50幾間咧係有1星或者2星嘅嚇。咁就另外咧就佢話你喺喺土耳其旅行咧就基本上好似睇藝術品咁穿梭時空嘅。So there's a lot of art and cultural stuff in Turkey as well.
There's a lot of art and culture. I mean, I have to say, living in Hong Kong, something that I miss from my country is the living, the culture in the city, the art in the city. Hong Kong is also investing lately a lot. And aims to become a cultural hub in Asia, which is a really very important project.
Right.
And in this aspect, in this sense, I think there is a new area where the cooperation will further develop between Turkey and Asia is art.
Okay.
I want to see more Turkish artists. I want to see, that's our wish, to see more Chinese people, Hong Kong people investing into Turkish artists.
Okay.
Even now in digital art fair ongoing in Hong Kong, there is an amazing Turkish digital artist. I I hope they go and visit this fair.
Oh great！ 咁佢就講緊咧，其實土耳其咧就係真係好呢個發展呢個藝術咧就好耐啦，同埋做得好好啦，好多藝術嘅嘢啦。咁香港咧就佢而家就喺香港呢一個 digital art 嘅電子藝術嗰個展覽中心咧都有一個土耳其嘅 artist 喺度啦。咁佢話希望遲啲咧成個即係香港而家喺藝術嗰邊都發展緊，想成為亞洲嘅 hub 啦。咁我都希望土耳其同香港啊會或者一啲香港嘅 artist 咧會多啲合作嘅。I'm sure there's a lot of people want to learn more about Turkish art. And they want to ask you if it is politically stable, if it is safe in Turkey, and then they ask a very interesting question. The Turkey changed to what is this TURKIY?
Yes, very good question. We have recently changed our English name, not Turkey, like not the name, but the English version.
Translation.
And also in other Western languages, we changed it to original form, which is Türkiye. So that's why in my speech, sometimes my tongue goes back to the old version, but we use the original version, which is Türkiye.
Oh, Türkiye.
That's
is
correct.
That a Turkish word?
Yes, Türkiye is, the Turkish name of our country, but it's also coming from Latin language, from Italian historians basically. So it is very easy to pronounce.
Türkiye. 哇！呢個粉絲真係勁啊嚇，我都唔知改咗個名。係啊，佢話改咗自由上網。Oh, do you have like any restriction on like the internet? They police like what do you call like they block some website. You cannot just freely travel in the website internet.
There is no such restriction. Turkey is one of the leading countries when it comes to mobile technologies. When it comes to use of broadband internet. Lately, 20% of the most downloaded mobile games, do you know they come from Turkish companies?
Oh, 其實佢哋就冇限制 so there's no restrictions on the website.
As far as I know, no. I mean, the internet is fast and reliable, and more than 90% of the population is direct connected through broadband internet.
OK， 我諗佢話90%人都有寬頻啦，同埋就基本上而家最多人下載嗰啲電子手機嗰啲games 咧，都係Turkish 嗰啲designer for the games.
Game developers. Mobile game developing is a booming industry in Turkey. So, to your followers, I know that many people in Hong Kong are interested in tangible investment like property.
Yeah, they were asking you about NFT there too.
of course, NFT is future, no, or present and future.
Right.
So crypto industries and NFT, like digitizing assets, is a very strong industry.
Okay.
Also in Turkey, and I also hear like in the art sector of it, many artists now digitize their assets through NFTs, and it's also a booming area, booming sector in Turkey.
OK， 咁佢話 NFT 其實尤其是係做藝術嗰啲咧，好多都而家將佢轉做 digitize 咗，去電子化咗佢啦。咁啊，其實都喺土耳其啦，都係boom 緊㗎呢樣嘢係好勁啊，咁發展得。咁就同埋就我哋 want to ask about like can you tell them a little bit about a little bit of tax and like and freedom of speech, because we have a lot of challenges recently, this past 2 years, and if they are free there, if they are safe there, if we move there, is it politically stable? And
Turkey is a very strong economy, safe place.
For
Istanbul,
women too.
For women too. Istanbul. I mean, you can of course verify this information through other independent channels. Okay. Istanbul is one of the most safe metropoles all around the world.
OK， 咁啊，其實係大都會嚟講咧，全球其中一個最安全嘅地方咧，就係呢一個伊斯坦堡嘅。
And the tax question. I can say doing business in Turkey Turkey is among the top 30 countries in the world where it is most easiest to do business according to World Bank's 2021 report.
咁佢話喺呢個世界銀行嘅上年嘅 report 咧，就係土耳其係全球30大咧最容易做生意嘅地方嚟嘅國家嚟嘅。咁稅務 tax is not too high, right? I know.
Tax rates for corporate income is as far as I know around 22%. It is not too high.
Yeah.
But in terms of doing business, for example, as a foreigner or as a Turkish passport holder, according to our business laws, there is no difference. So any foreigner can go to Turkey and set up a business, open business in a very short period of time, and with the same rights that a citizen have.
OK， 咁佢話其實喺土耳其做生意好容易啦，咁啊亦都係稅務係22%一年啦，呢個係公司嘅營業企業稅啦，咁同埋佢話就算你係香港人，你去到做生意開公司咧，都係唔同本地人咧一樣啊，都係好容易啊，同埋即係好點講好多同等嘅機會嘅。And so what would you say is like easy or good for Hong Kong, like our followers, our fans to start if they want to move to Turkey and start their own business? What would you advise?
I mean, as I said, the startup ecosystem. I gave example from the mobile gaming technology, but startup ecosystem in Turkey is becoming headlines all around the world lately.
Like startups.
Like new startups in technology, in IT business, in some defense industry business. Mobile technologies, startup ecosystem is really booming, including e-commerce and mobile app development.
OK， 咁佢哋講緊即係講好多啦，我揀少少嚟講就話主要咧就係IT 嘅科技嘅嘢啦，手機開發、手機程式嗰啲 apps 嗰啲啦，咁啊跟住仲有就係嗰個mobile apps and then IT and startup 啦嚇，我哋好多即係初創嗰啲啦，咁其實同香港差唔多，都係而家未來 the future is all the future stuff.
Yes, another example, when you set up a business in Turkey, through Turkey's customs union agreement with the European Union and free trade agreements, you have directly, the first day, free access to 1 billion population.
1 billion population, yes, where?
All around the world. Like when you set up your business, thanks to the customs union agreement and the free trade agreements, your business will have free access to a population of 1 billion.
So all around Turkey?
All around the world.
All around the world. 咁佢話如果你喺if we set up business in Turkey.
Yes.
OK， 咁如果喺土耳其發展生意嘅話，其實佢哋有一啲條款啦、啲條約咧，係會幫助你咧新嘅公司咧係接觸到1個 billion， 即係地球上任何一個地方1個 billion 咁多嘅潛在嘅客戶嘅。
And through Istanbul Airport and Turkish Airlines connection, in 4-hour flight radius, you will be able to reach another population, 1.3 billion population, with just 4 hours flight. So it's a very geographically, when you are based in Turkey, you are nearby. You are close to everything.
OK， 咁佢話因為土耳其咧喺即係歐亞中間啦，咁佢話其實 within 4個鐘頭嘅飛機旅程咧，其實你都有成1.2個 billion 咁多人口嘅國家喺你附近嘅。But around Turkey is where I think is Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and Asia. Right?
When you add 4-hour radius, all European continent, all Eurasian continent, Middle Eastern, North African continent, Balkans, Central Asia.
Yeah, right,
so
right,
like
right. So
when
right
you
in
add
the middle.
Right in the middle.
Right.
Exactly.
嚇咁非常之好嘅位置嚟嘅，係啊。
Turkey has a very young population.
人口好年輕啊。
Average median age in Turkey is 32.7 years, and a very educated, highly educated young population.
人嘅質素又高啦，咁啊讀書就即係嗰個教育程度高啦，同埋都係32歲到嘅啫，嗰個平均年齡。
Unemployment is going down very fast. I mean, the latest figures was the lowest unemployment rate so far we have recorded in last decades, which is 8.5%.
Oh, in the last decade?
Yes, in the last 8.5 years, we had the lowest unemployment rate, which is 9.6%. I'm correcting what I've said.
過去8年度都係得9.2%嘅失業率啦，咁越嚟越低嘅嚇，咁啊哇！ But actually, it's really good. Like compared to in China, I think it's 25% now for young people.
Yes, I mean there is a lot of like work opportunities, business opportunities. Currently, we have more than 8 million students in higher education.
Okay.
So there are 207 universities. Some of your followers might be younger than me, who might be looking for master's degree or undergrad degree. I also recommend them to look into Turkish universities and scholarship opportunities.
Okay. 咁佢話其實如果你諗緊讀呢個大學啊或者 master 嘅話咧，其實都可以考慮土耳其咁啊，聽落都好多發展機會喎。But is it expensive to study there? And because of the language, is that going to be a problem?
Our government has a very strong scholarship support program.
Okay.
Which is called Turkey Scholarships.
Okay.
So is it expensive? No, it is free.
Oh my God! You have to be a citizen, right?
No. It's for foreigners.
For foreigners.
We have Turkey scholarship program.
Okay.
We fully support tuition. We fully cover accommodation.
Okay.
We even give them monthly stipends.
Wow.
Monthly allowance. So if they are eligible to study through Turkey scholarship program, it's a totally free education.
佢話佢直頭嗰個政府嗰個獎學金咧係基本上學費又俾埋你啦，咁啊跟住有嗰個寄宿嗰度又俾埋你啦，跟住仲有啲津貼嘅喎嚇，仲有啲錢使喎。基本上如果你合資格嘅話，真係可以考慮下。Do we have to like speak the language?
To live in Turkey?
No, to apply for the scholarship and the university.
This program, if you get into a university program where the Turkish language is the main language for teaching. Then also we fully pay for your 1-year Turkish education.
Oh, okay.
But if the program is in English, then you might directly start from the first grade.
OK， 佢話如果你係讀一個係要用土耳其話嘅話咧，佢就有1年嘅免費咧，就係學語言嘅送俾你嘅嚇。但係如果直頭係英文嘅，你學嗰樣嘢係英文嘅話就唔使啦，你直接入大學讀用英文就得㗎啦咁樣樣。Oh, that's excellent actually.
That's an excellent program, and we are attracting students currently from 140 different countries to this scholarship program. Another area, if your followers, if they are interested in technology, high-tech industries, every year our government, through partnership with private industry, is organizing a very big techno-fest.
Oh,咁佢哋有好多科技展啊 ，so that's like a big techno exhibition.
Very big techno exhibition, and it's like a contest, and it's like a festival. Last year's edition received 154,000 different teams and 600,000 participants from 107 different countries. So it's a huge technological fest.
咁有成170幾個國家去參與，有60幾萬人參與嘅一個techno， 即係嗰啲高科技嘅展覽會。We have a question. I don't know if you want to answer that. It's a little bit tough question.
Which one is that?
About the last one about inflation.
Inflation rate.
You want to talk about that?
I am the question. I'm quoting the question.
Yeah,
Andy Kong. Hello, Andy.
Yeah, it's kind of tough question.
I am worried about the inflation rate of Turkey. Do the government tackles on the inflation issues? Okay, my reply, I'm also worried.
That's why I'm like, do you want to answer that question.
Inflation rates
really,
all around the world
tricky.
is now a big problem. No?
Right.
I mean, in the United States, even we are facing an inflation rate of more than 7-9%,
I know.
which is unprecedented.
In the UK, it's almost 15.
Our government's one of the main targets of our government in the economic area is to tackle inflation. So what we expect is in the coming period, through very strong growth rates and with the global prices calming down, inflation rate in Turkey will also come down.
Oh, that's nice. So it's like
that's the expectation.
So next year, you think the inflation rate?
Starting from next year, and I think maybe in towards the end of next year, we will be closer to normal levels.
Normal levels
hopefully. Now it's currently very high, but I think single-digit inflation
next year.
If not next year, but we will go through that trend.
咁佢其實政府做緊好多嘢㗎啦嚇，咁啊總之應該遲啲都去翻below 10㗎啦嚇，應該個單數嘅啫。希望出年咁上下時間，慢慢俾少少時間佢哋做嘢嚇。Eventually we'll get there, right?
Eventually, but that's one of the main policy targets of the government.
Okay.
So fighting with the inflation, I think towards the end of next year and even during the midst of next year, we will see the results.
Okay. Well, but I also know that, like, because we bring out inflation, I think it's only fair to say that your property prices has gone up a lot. So it's like, you know, if they have invested, like I'm sure you have invested,
they would have benefited a lot from
yes,
this.
like you know, your family would have invested, and like a lot of people I know from the U.S. has invested in Turkey, real estate market. So I think a lot of people make a lot of money last year. I mean, this year actually.
I mean, personally, my main recommendation is to invest into the real Turkish economy. I mean, of course, property investment is a decision, personal decision that that they may consider. But my main suggestion, main recommendation to your followers is to set up business in Turkey.
咁佢話其實即係你買房地產投資當然都係一個選擇啦。咁而家係非常之 hot 㗎土耳其嚇。咁但係佢話佢係會建議你就直頭投資入去。So you think it's better for the Hong Kong our followers or Hong Kongers to actually like invest into
real business?
Real business.
Like I mean, as we have spoken,
like
IT sector, technology, manufacturing. Turkey's manufacturing industry is very strong, so I mean it all depends on their expertise also and their interest. But there is one thing I think which will change in the coming period.
Yes.
The awareness in Hong Kong about other parts of the world, including Turkey, including brands, including products.
Right.
When you travel in many countries all around the world, including Turkey's neighborhood, for instance, you go to Azerbaijan or you go to Qatar, you go into a shopping mall, you will see that many brands in the shopping mall are coming from Turkey. So, but this part of the world in Asia, still we see less Turkish brands, less products. But our expectation is in the coming period, we will see more brands from Turkey, more products from Turkey also in this part of the world.
OK， 咁佢話其實嚟緊咧土耳其咧就你會喺亞洲或者係香港啦嚇，會見到更多土耳其嘅產品嘅。Actually, you know, like from a personal experience, I have seen quite a bit more, like in the past few years.
Increasing.
Like there's a lot of like makeup, for example, that I told you about. Like I use them actually. And then,
cosmetics is a very strong industry.
I know, I love it, right? And then they have perfumes and body lotion, skincare, all the beauty products.
Sorry, I came empty-handed. Right?
Yeah, don't worry. You know, I live close to you. I know where you live. And so like there's a lot of like beauty products from Turkey, right? 咁佢哋有好多護膚啊、美容啊嗰啲產品啦。And I also found a lot of food from Turkey as well. Like that's organic health food. So and also like a lot of like glasswares, like and all that stuff.
Glassware industry is also one of the strongest all around the world.
Yes, I saw in not in Watsons, I forgot where, in Manage or somewhere. There's a lot of glassware, like one whole section.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's actually quite a bit more stuff. But I'm just like curious because you said there's a lot of like industries, like heavy industries. There must be like cars, vehicles, like heavy stuff that you are manufacturing.
Turkey is, if I'm not mistaken, top 5 automotive and bus producing countries in Europe.
佢話喺歐洲咧，佢哋係頭5位最多生產呢一啲vehicles.
So almost, for instance, when you go into the traffic in Turkey, more than half, even more of the cars are produced in Turkey. including the foreign brands. And lately, our government is also, through partnership with private industry, we have developed our own electric car brand.
Oh, you've got electric car.
And this,
what is it called? I never saw it.
The production is starting very soon.
Okay,
and we will see in the market this product. The current name is TOGG.
TOGG.
But the final brand name might be different.
Okay.
But through public-private partnership, this car is now the factory is built. We cooperate with Chinese lithium battery producers for this project.
Okay.
Also, apart from electric vehicle, we invest in our own locomotive production, high-speed railway and high-speed rail locomotive production. So heavy industry is also growing fast.
咁佢就話其實重工業咧都發展得好快啦。譬如頭先佢講電車啦，咁佢就有同呢個一啲中國嘅鋰電嘅公司有合作啦。咁啊，亦都係有做其他啲嗰個高鐵啊，佢哋嘅嗰啲生產啊。因為其實佢哋係一啲重工業嘅做好多重工業嘅國家嚟嘅。
So another thing that you asked about the tax. But I want to quote one data from Foreign Direct Investment Restrictiveness Index. So from my screen you might see that Turkey is topping the list in terms of foreign direct investment restrictiveness. So if you want to bring foreign direct investment into Turkey, it's one of the least restricted economy and also legislation.
咁佢話其實即係如果喺外面嚟香港嚟土耳其投資，其實係最少限制嘅嚇，好多人喺佢邊投資嘅其實而家。
Currently, we have with more than 108 countries bilateral agreement on promotion of and protection of investment, including very soon we will sign similar agreement with Hong Kong SAR.
OK， 咁佢有啲好多即係合作嘅agreement 啦，啲合約啦，咁啊其中會同香港都會有㗎。
And with more than 86 countries, we have double taxation avoidance, so which is a very important agreement when it comes to protecting corporate assets and earnings. We have more than 34 social security agreements in addition to the free trade agreements I quoted before.
So there actually a lot of people would be interested in tourism because we have been waiting to go out and travel, and there's a lot of promotion from Turkish airline, I think, and so there's.
I mean, we have to, Jenny. I think Turkish Airlines in Hong Kong deserves a very strong round of applause. Why? Why?
Promotion,
Not just online, because promotion. During whole pandemic, they never stopped flying to Hong Kong.
Oh wow! Okay.
So they always kept their daily flight. Currently, Turkish Airlines have 6, some months 7 direct flights, almost every day to Istanbul. During pandemic, it's the only company except when they were banned by the government, you know, because of the COVID rules, they always kept flying passenger flights. In addition to that, they run a very strong cargo operation from Hong Kong and also even from Macau. Now Turkish Cargo is flying direct 5 flights every week to Macau for bringing cargo. So Turkish Airlines and Cargo have strong interest in Hong Kong.
That's good. And actually, you know, they're more interested in, like, you know, a lot of people want to go to Turkey for holidays,
travel,
vacation. What would you recommend? Like,
I mean, I recommend them to go as soon as possible.
That's
my first recommendation. And Hong Kong people, when they travel, they are really very conscious travelers.
Yes.
I mean, you like to explore culture, museums. So Istanbul is in that context, and Turkey is a heaven. There are tons of UNESCO tangible heritage areas.
You introduced us
last time. Tons of UNESCO intangible heritage. Istanbul's history, museums, mosques, palaces, parks, business, gastronomy, art, culture, but not just Istanbul. I mean, they can keep traveling. I know Hong Kong people, they love Cappadocia. They want to take this air balloon.
Oh, yeah,
it's an amazing experience. But from there, they can keep discovering Turkey from south to north, from east to west.
Okay.
Even myself, like there are many places in Turkey that are still on my list. I couldn't travel yet.
Oh, you have
so
the time.
the list is really huge.
That's good. That's good. So you think that it's a good time for them to travel?
A very good time, actually. Almost everyone I speak to lately, whether from Hong Kong or like other parts of the world, either they are traveling directly to Turkey,
I'm thinking
or
about that
they are
myself.
transiting, and they do their stopovers for more than 3-4 days, so they enjoy a bit Turkey experience. In year 2021, Turkey has become world's number 4 in terms of tourism. Passing many other countries. As of end of this year, I think we will be in the pre-pandemic levels, which is around 45 million foreign tourists.
Oh wow!
And next year we expect even more. So in very soon, I think the foreign tourist numbers in Turkey will be around 50 to 60 million annually.
係咁，佢講緊成5000幾萬一年旅客，咁所以都好多人喎。其實如果你諗住去土耳其旅遊咧，可以早啲 plan 啊，早啲去玩啊。
One of your followers, for example, mentioned Salt Lake Tus. For instance, this kind of natural wonders, I recommend them to go and visit. It's a natural wonder, where you can go. You can walk on the lake basically, because it's a very thin layer of water, and they sell these salt products, which is amazing for skin.
Oh, body scrub! I like that. It's the body scrub, right? I like to come out smooth.
Yes.
And so, like, what other thing would you recommend? Like, you know, for example, they want to have a good experience. Like, there's a Lan Kwai Fong kind of place there, or like Soho, or like, because we only know those places from the internet. Like, you know,
Istanbul is full of experience.
Okay, so
I mean, our motto for Istanbul is Istanbul is the new cool.
New cool.
Yeah, so like everyone wants to go to Istanbul. Everyone wants to enjoy Istanbul.
Right.
Gastronomy, including nightlife, including culture, art, nature, and not just Istanbul, as I said. For instance, on the western coast, Bodrum is also a gastronomic capital now, including Çeşme, including Antalya, Konya, as someone mentioned. They can enjoy a more mystic religious tourism around Konya. They can discover medical tourism.
Medical tourism there?
Yes, the other day I went into an orthodontist office here for my son, and I was just exploring the market, what might be the prices. I'm not gonna quote the price. I'm not gonna badmouth anything, but with that price, I can get my son treated 2 or 3 times in Turkey, plus at least 1 month free holiday.
Wow!
So they can also discover medical holiday.
Okay, about that, like 講開醫學旅遊啦， the medical tour. I have one question that's very popular. You know, Turkey is very famous for like hair implant.
Hair implant, yes. I'm on the list.
Oh, you don't need that. You're far from that. But you know they.
But when you go through like Istanbul nowadays, you see a lot of people having that operation. And yes,
so is it safe and
it's very safe. I mean, every day maybe there are tens of thousands of treatments.
Right. 咁佢話係其實好安全嘅，而家好多人去土耳其咧都係做呢個植髮啊。我有個朋友 I have a friend, she's a flight attendant. She actually,
I understand. Yeah.
Oh wow, amazing, right? So this would be like, you know, very handy, right? The next time we can speak in another language.
Yeah, a little Cantonese, but my Mandarin is better now than Cantonese.
Mandarin is a lot easier to learn.
Yeah.
But then, like, my friend's brother actually went to Istanbul to do that, and it's very successful.
Yes, I mean, this is one of the cosmetic industry, let's say, hair implant. It's medical, but more cosmetic side of it.
Right.
But in Turkey, they can get all types of medical treatments at top quality hospitals.
Right.
I mean, as an alternative way of traveling. There is one good question. If I plan to study grad school in Turkey, do I need to prove that I'm fluent in Turkish? No. There are many grad schools. There are many grad schools which offer English programs as well.
But then, you know, talking about that study, would it be helpful if they actually do the migration first? Because you know, Turkey and Portugal become like the hottest destination for investment migration as of last year. from China and the US, I think.
I mean, for education, for studying in Turkey, you don't have to be immigrant. I mean, you can go only for studying as well. And then they can discover business opportunities. I mean, as a matter of principle, I do not promote or recommend immigration or go buy property and get your passport. This kind of investment, I don't do that. But in terms of like really experiencing Turkey, of course, education is one of the very strong areas. Plus, they can discover the business environment, the lifestyle in Turkey. I'm sure they will be amazed.
OK， 咁佢話其實你唔需要移民啊，移民嗰 part 你揾翻我啦嚇，同埋投資你都可以去土耳其讀書嘅，咁啊同埋嗰個生活嘅經驗啊、文化各樣嘢咧，你都會好開心嘅嚇。咁啊至於投資移民嗰 part，咁我哋公司梗係揾到幫到你啦嚇。咁就we have like almost have to wrap up. Is there any questions? We'll take one more questions. 咁我哋差唔多要收工啦，咁啊睇下有冇朋友冇問題，我哋 take 多一條問題。And otherwise, then again, you know, we are very happy to have you here today, PEYAMI. I would like to know, before we wrap up, like in the past 2 years that you're here, you know, you experienced the huge drastic changes here. Like, how do you feel about Hong Kong now? Or do you still like? Because last time you told us how much you love Hong Kong, and I wonder how you feel now.
I still like Hong Kong very much. Hong Kong is a beautiful city. A very vibrant city. Yes, we've been through difficult times, especially the COVID measures it's built quite a lot of pressure on people's lives, especially expats and families. But I think, I hope we have seen the bottom for all these. And from now on, and from what we hear, I'm coming here from Honorable Chief Executive's briefing about his policy address. So he informed us about his vision, about the projects. I hope all the success to the Hong Kong government also in this ambitious plan and projects.
Very ambitious.
And I am sure Hong Kong will be successful, and business opportunities also like.
You're a huge fan of Hong Kong. We love you for that.
I mean, as a guest, I always try to see the positive side of.
In general in life.
And general in life is Hong Kong is satisfactory, honestly.
That's great 嚇，咁即係 generally 啦，我哋總括嚟講咧，佢都覺得香港會繼續好繁榮啦、安定啦、成功嘅嚇，咁大家唔需要太擔心。To be honest, a lot of people here are very worried in Hong Kong. They like. 150,000 people left already officially, and I think that's like going to be more, and it's great to have people like you to come as a guest and still love Hong Kong and still want to give us more confidence. Really appreciate it.
I think you deserve that confidence, and also the worrisome times always brings new opportunities as well.
Okay,
you know, like when there is a big crisis, big risk. And also it always comes with greater opportunities.
Okay, 咁佢話有危就有機，大家唔需要擔心。Okay, we have to wrap up. Just I want to say one thing. Like, would you like to say something in Turkish to our followers before we say goodbye?
Of course. Also, I recommend them to start learning Turkish. We have our Yunus Emre Institute. It's a cultural institute. Here? Their website, we have now office in Beijing, not in Hong Kong, but the website of Yunus Emre Institute provides free Turkish learning.
Okay.
So they may start using that platform to improve their Turkish language.
Okay.
Ben de sana çok teşekkür ediyorum Jenny. Beni programına davet ettiğin için.
My God, that's
I am
so
sure
long.
you understood what I've said. Bütün izleyenlerine de buradan sevgilerimi, selamlarımı gönderiyorum.
So
And I also send my regards to all your followers.
Thank you so much. I want to say
Ngoisai.
Ngoisai. 多謝你。 All right, thank you. See you next time. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.